Good morning, 7th graders. Today is Thursday, April 23rd, and I have your assignment for today. It is this video, your check-in form, and then just some practice on IXL, nothing major whatsoever. We are going to talk about data and graphs. You're going to start a project next week that deals with collecting data and making graphs. So we're going to kind of review everything today, or a couple of things. So we're going to talk about data and graphs. We're going to talk about 4 tables and graphs to begin with just today. We're going to talk about a frequency table, which is what you'll probably do right away. Then you could make a bar graph, a histogram, or a circle graph. Hopefully none of these are brand new ideas, but they are things that you need to know how to do. So let's start with a frequent table. And we're actually going to do 2 different examples of a frequency table. Let's say you decide to go and count the number of cars that go by your house and what color they are. So you start watching the cars go by, and you see black cars, you see red cars, you see white cars, and you see gray or silver. We'll put these 2 together. Okay, so you start with this. This is the color of the car, and this is going to be how many you see. So you start waiting for them to go by. There's a black car. Sorry about that. There's a white car, there's a silver car, there's another black car, another white car, another black one, gray or silver. Oh, there's a red one. There's another one of these. And let's say you see one more black car. We'll stop there. We'll say you count the first 10 cars. So a frequency bit table basically is exactly this. You have what it is you were looking for and the number. And these, we use tally marks. You could use actual numbers, just like that. Or let's try a different one. Let's say you are going to you're going to ask all your friends, and you're going to figure out the minutes they spend on homework. Okay? Kind of an interesting thing right now because it's all over the place. So you talk to your friends, and you've got one spends 30 minutes, one spends 45 minutes, one spends only 15 minutes, one spends 20 minutes, one spends 12 minutes, another one spends 30 minutes, and you keep counting and getting the number of minutes that they spend, kind of thing. So here, to do a frequency table, you could put the number of minutes, and you can kind of put them in groups. So let's say 0 to 10 minutes, 11 to 20, 21 to 30, 31, and over, we'll say, just to make it easy. So 0 to 10 minutes, we have 1 right here. There's a 10 minutes. So there's 1 person. So we'll say the number of people. 11 to 20, we have 1, 2, 3 people. So there's that. 21 to 30. 1, 2, 3 people there. 31 and over. 1, 2. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people. 6, 7, 8, 9. There's our here's our frequency table. That's all it is. The categories in one column and the number of people in the other column, or the number that you counted. Those are frequency tables. Really easy. So using that, then we are going to make different graphs. Black cars, we had 4. About that. Black cars, we had 1. 1, 3. Whoops, sorry. Card. So let's start with a bar graph, and I'm going to do the best I can. Bar graph is going to be on 2 axes like this. And let's say we're doing the cars, okay? So we have black cars, we have red cars, we have white cars, and then we had the gray or silver cars. And we're going to count by ones. This is the colors on this side, and we're going to put the number over here. So we're going to say going up to here is 1, 2, 3, 4. And this would you do on some sort of graph paper and that. So if we take a look, we had 4. So I'm going to make a bar that goes up to 4, and I'm going to make it, oh, you know what? I'm going to make it black. Let's do that. There we go. Red. So I'm going to make another line that goes up to 1, and I'm going to color it in red. White cars, I remember we had 2, so I'm going to go up to 2. I'm going to color that in yellow because you won't be able to see the white. Gray and silver, we had 3, so I'm going to go up to 3, and I'm going to use that green color just to use something different. So there's our bar graph. Simple as that, make it easy. Histograms are a little bit different. Here we do the same thing. We're using, oops, let's do black here so that we've got it. You're going to do it on graph paper again. Only now we're going to put our minutes down here on the bottom, but we're going to put them in the groups that we did. 0 to 10 minutes, 11 to 20, 21 to 30, and 31 and over. Generally, they're the same amount. And again, the number goes over here. We got 1, 2, 3. We'll put 4 up here. So let's see. We have now the big difference between histograms is that the bars do not touch. So 0 to 10, we had 1. 11 to 20, we had 3. So that goes up. 21 to 30, we had 3. And 31 to over, we had 2. And again, you can color them in to kind of make it more interesting. Of course, you guys will have like graph paper, or you'll use rulers, that kind of stuff. But this is a histogram. The big thing with histograms is 2 things that make them different from bar graphs. Number 1, the bars don't touch. And number 2, our groups, we have groups instead of individual. Our bar graph with the cars had 1 color. This has groups, different groups in here, okay? So that's a histogram, pretty much the same thing. Last one we're going to talk about is a circle graph. And I'm going to see if I can make a circle here. One would hope. There we go. There's a circle. Perfect. So let's say we're going to do the cars. Okay, so we had 4 black cars. We had 1 red car. We had 2 white cars and 3 gray, I think. So we're basically going to think 4 out of 10 as a percent would be, if you add zeros to make it out of 100, that would be 40%. So 40%, that's not a fourth. So we'll say 40, that would be 25%. So we want a little bit more than that. There would be 40%. Those would be our black cars. 1 out of 10 would only be 10%. So that would just be a little sliver. Let me redo that because it's going to be equal. There we go. So there's our red cars. 2 out of 10, that is 20% or 1/5. So we're going to make that a little bit bigger. This is our white cars, and the rest of this is our gray cars. So there we have a circle graph labeled that way. If you do a circle graph, just want it to be close. I'm not going to go and measure your angles in here, that kind of stuff. Just close to know that you see you have more black and that kind of thing. So that's just a really quick review. So what I want you to do is go to IXL, and I want you, remember your username is your first initial and your last name with @Levi Dodge at the end. So here's mine. Julie Hovey would be jhovey @Levi Dodge. Now, if you have a more common name, there might be something different. Let me know, text or send me a message, and I will help you figure it out. Everybody's password is Tigers. Up at the top, you'll see the IXL logo, and then there's a search bar next to it. That's where you're going to put these 3-digit codes. And then the different practices will come up. So there's 2 of them for frequency table, 2 of them for bar graphs, 2 of them for histograms, and only 1 for circle graphs. So you put it in LEP and you hit search, and 1 of them for frequency table will come up. I am not telling you to go until you get 100% or 80%. Do like 10 questions in each skill and just practice and see. And you don't have to do them all today. Work on them this weekend. If you want to try and get up to 80%, go for it. But I just want to see that you're practicing some of them. You are going to show me that you know how to do it in the project that we start next week. There are no Google Meets scheduled. You are going to just do the check-in form. You're going to watch this video and then do some IXL practice. And that's it. If you do have questions, though, please message me. I will be on my computer all day today. We can meet. I'll be on, and we can meet. We can just chat. It's totally up to you. So this is your homework. Let me know if you have any questions, and have a great day.